we started sitting down and meeting with staff and determining what would be the principles of what we think would be good regulatory reform in this current environment. Number one is not to have any more bailouts. We feel like that when we have allowed entities to access the taxpayers as a fallback position, that's not good regulatory reform. The second piece of that was to make sure that we restored market discipline, letting markets go up, letting them go down, and letting the people that actually are participating in those markets have the ability to fail. And so as we begin to take these principles, we begin to build our framework around that. One of the things that we know is that in many cases that regulators weren't actually doing their jobs, and so we were concerned that some people would advocate just adding more layers of regulation. Well, if the regulators aren't doing their job, then there's no point in adding more regulation. We need to make sure that we have it structured correctly, and so we begin to look at how we could streamline and consolidate and make a regulatory structure that works, but at the same time not let the American taxpayers be the backstop for that. Well, I mean, one of the things that a lot of people are concerned about is there too much power vested in the Federal Reserve? And in the future, we want to make sure that the Federal Reserve primarily focuses on monetary policy and not bailing out failed entities. And we think one of the ways to do that is for more transparency of what Fed activities are so that people will understand what's actually going on, making sure that they clearly have a clear understanding of what the Fed will and will not do. Well, the first stimulus didn't work, and so there again, I think it's kind of like that analogy we were using a while ago. Well, gosh, if the regulators weren't doing their job, let's add more regulation. If the first stimulus package didn't work, let's add another stimulus package. In fact, the administration has admitted that this stimulus package has not worked because they put it in places where it didn't do what it was designed to do, and that's create jobs. The Republicans had a plan, quite honestly, that cost half as much money and created twice as many jobs. Obviously, that was rejected, and now here we are spending billions of dollars of the taxpayers' money, not creating jobs. Unemployment is 9.5%. Many think headed to double-digit very soon, and so the stimulus package has not created jobs.